Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to explain about the LIFO method, that is last in first out method of inventory valuation. So in the last video we have seen the FIFO method of inventory valuation. So now we will see the second method of inventory valuation, that is LIFO method. So let us see the meaning of LIFO method. So according to this method, whatever the materials we are receiving at the last, those materials are issued first for the production process. So we are saying it as a last in first out, means the materials which are received last will be issued first, and whatever the closing stock we will be having at the end of the time period, that closing stock will be valued at old price, because already newly arrived stock we have already issued, we will be not having any new stock for the closing stock. So the closing stock will be valued at the old price, because it is a old stock, we will value at the old price itself. So that is the meaning of LIFO method. So let us see an example, that is a problem which is related to the LIFO method. So we have discussed the meaning of LIFO method. So now we will see the how to prepare stores ledger under the LIFO method. So here is the problem. So Zubi Limited is a furniture manufacturing company and is in business from last 10 years. So it has a multinational and national banks as a customers. So the following purchases and sales are issues during the month of March. Means it is a furniture manufacturing company where it is having a multinational and national banks as its customers, and the information whatever they are giving related to purchases and sales, the information is for the month of March. So with this information they are asking you to find the value of ending inventory and the value of cost of goods sold under LIFO method. Means at the end at the end of the month, what is the value of ending inventory, means total value of the closing inventory, and what is the cost of goods sold, means whatever the sales or issues they have made, for that what is the total cost of goods sold. So they are asking according to LIFO method. So with this information now you have to go for preparing the stores ledger according to the LIFO method. So let us see how to prepare the stores ledger under LIFO method. So the first thing they are provided is that on 1st March, so that is on 1/3, that is we are not having the year, so we can write it as the 1st March. So on 1st March they are having a opening balance of 800 units, that is we will go for writing under balance. So 800 units at a price of rupees 7. So now the amount 800 into 7 rupees, you will get rupees 5600. So that is the opening balance. So next on 5th March, that is on 5th March, so they are having the purchases. So they are purchasing means we will go for considering it as the receipts. So they are purchasing 1000 units of goods, that is quantity is 1000 units, and the price is rupees 6.55. so that is the price, means they are purchasing 1000 units at a price of rupees 6.55 per unit, and the total amount will become 6550. So this is the purchases. So now the balance column is the purchases, so we have to go for adding for this quantity, but the rate per unit is different, so we cannot go for combining both the units, we have to write separately. So first 800 units rupees 7, so rupees 5600 as usual, and next the additional quantity next purchased, so 1000 units at 6.55, and the amount will be 6550. So that is we have written. So next, that is the second date. On next, that is on 9th March. So again they are going for purchasing. So they are purchasing the 400 units. So 400 units at a price of rupees 6.2. So now the amount 400 into 6.2, you will get amount as the 2480. So this is purchase. Again this purchase has to be added to the balance. Again here the rate per unit is different, so you have to write all the amounts. So first write down 800, 1000 and now 400. So 800 into rupees 7, that amount will be rupees 5600, and 1000 units into rupees 6.55, amount will be 6550, and now 400 into 6.2, amount will be 2480. So that is how we'll go for writing. So next, after 9th March, on 25th March, so on 25th March, again they are having the purchases itself. So 1400 units they are purchasing at a price of rupees 6.05. So this is the amount. So the total amount will become 8470 rupees. So again this quantity should be added to the total balance. So first write down 800 rupees 7, total amount rupees 5600. Next, second 1000 units rupees 6.55, amount is 6550, and then this 400 units rupees 6.2, amount is rupees 2480. These are all previous balances. Now add this balance, 1400 at rupees 6.05, and the amount is rupees 8470. So like this we'll go for making the addition. So all the purchases. So now on next date, that is on 12th March, we are having the sales. So sale of 1200 units. So sales will go for writing under the issues column. So here 1200 units we have to issue here on 12th March. So according to LIFO method, whatever the materials we come last, that should be issued first. So we will go for issuing 1200 units out of these 1400 units. So the quantity is 1200 units and the price is rupees 6.05, and the amount will become 7260. So now write the balance. So 800 as usual rupees 7, amount 5600. Next 1000 units rupees 6.55, amount 6550. Next 400 units 6.2, and the amount will be 2480. And last, these 1200 units has been issued from 1400. So 1200 should be deducted from the 1400. So only 200 will be remaining. So rupees 0.5 per unit, and the amount will become 1210. So this is how we'll go for issuing. Means according to this method, the last come, whatever the goods or materials which comes last, they should be issued first. So we are taking here this cost will be considered for issuing. So next on 27th March, so that is 27th March, we have to go for issuing the 1000 units. So 1000 units. So but here before 1000 units, you should go for issuing the, we are not having the 1000 units as usual. So first we'll go for issuing 200 units which is pending at a price of 06.05, and the amount will be 1210. And next we'll go for taking 400 units of latest entry, and the price will be 6.2, total will be 2480. And next we are having 1000 units, and from those 1000 units we'll go for taking 400 units at a price of 6.55, and it will become 2620. So this is how we'll go for issuing 1000 units. Means whatever the last materials we are having, that should be issued first. So now the balance you have to write. So 800 units will get as usual at a price of 7 rupees, that is 5600. And next 1000, out of 1000 units already we have issued 400 units, so only 600 will be remaining at a price of 6.55, and the total price is 3930. So this is how we'll go for allocating the units according to the LIFO method. Means whatever the materials lost we will be having, that should be issued first. So and they are asking you to find the value of ending inventory. So means ending inventory and the value of cost of goods sold. So means ending inventory value is we have to go for adding these ending inventory. So these two things should be added. 1800 this is the balance which we have pending. So 800 plus 600, 400 units is pending, and the amount is we have to add these two things. That is, it will become 9330 will become the total amount for the 1400 units. So this is the ending inventory, value of ending inventory. And again they are asking value of goods sold, means whatever the issues we made, so those cost of goods sold we have to go for calculating. So the total goods which we have sold is 2500. So that is, we are issuing this 2400 is whatever the sales we have made. So that is, total units available is 3400, sorry. So cost of goods sold is 13,770. So that is whatever the sales we have made, that is cost of goods sold is equals to 13,770. That is all the issues whatever we made, the total of issues we will get the 13,770. That is the cost of goods sold. So this is how we'll go for calculating the stores ledger in the according to the LIFO method.